feet together. We'll begin with our formal salute. Right hand makes a fist, left hand open, and bow. Circle that back, gathering all that connection into the heart, and feet shoulder width. 3 Chi awakening exercises. Hands on your lower belly. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, connecting to the expanse of the sky. Exhale, bringing that down into your center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching up, connecting with that yang force, expansiveness and luminosity. Exhale, gathering it in. And one more time. And exhale down. Second exercise, imagine your feet grow into roots down into the earth, and you inhale, you draw that earth energy up into the body, and exhale, condensing it, consolidating into the lower belly. Inhale from the earth, and exhale, centering in that lower Dantian center. Inhale, and exhale, gathering those qualities of solidity and support. Inhale, exhale, and one more time from your roots, and exhale. Third exercise, opening the heart, palms up, inhale to the heart, pause the breath, expand, and exhale, radiate open. Release it down. Inhale to the heart, pause the breath, expand, exhale, and radiate open. Inhale like heaven and earth, come in, awaken the heart. It opens up with compassion, and exhale, radiate that sense of compassion out. 2 more times, inhale, and exhale, and 1 more time, and radiate out. Release it down. Let's go into the Wuji posture for a moment, and just take a brief, Wuji means nothing, or like no extremities, and so this is a brief nothing meditation, where we'll practice that essence of mindfulness, just noticing your body, your breath, and your mind. Not trying to change them at all, but just noticing what kind of body have you brought to this practice today? How's the mind going? Noticing your inhales and your exhales. This gives us a little template to see how our Qigong exercises change us as we engage in the practice. So then softly opening the eyes if they were closed, and we'll begin our Hun Tun practice, shaking heaven to earth. So find your hands, and we're going to shake out those hands. We wake up the inner smile, so sending this smiling blessing wave down into the wrists, the fingers, and the hands. Then shake that into your elbows. And so now feel this inner smile, or this inner sense of blessing, shining from the elbows all the way down to the hands and the fingers. Then bring it into your shoulder and see if you can get that shake to sort of move the shoulder a little bit, and smiling throughout the whole upper arm, like you're blessing your own body. Then come forward and get the back of those ribs and the upper back. And you can also smile into your lungs, your heart. And we'll go backward and open up that way. Let these people in the room keep shaking. Good, and then forward. Getting the upper back. And then go backward. Good, come to the center, hands on the belly, smiling into the abdominal organs. Just feel like this vibration begins to wake up the whole body, and we use that inner smile to shed a blessing, to spread a sense of calm and ease throughout the body. Now we're going to pick up one leg. Feel free to hold on to something if you need to, but we're going to shake out And smile through your hip, then your knee, your ankle, your foot, and then smile through the whole body like you could release through the foot any tension down into the earth like a compost. Switch sides, smile to that hip, knee, ankle, and foot, and then like the whole body was being shooken down out through the bottom of that foot into the earth, releasing tension down. Let's take our twist, leaving the feet flat on the ground for this first one. And you can continue smiling into those abdominal organs as they get wrung and squozed. You can as well smile into your spine and your intervertebral discs, which will all be stimulated by this exercise. Then reaching up, give yourself a pat on the back. Go ahead and let that heel come up so you get even more of a twist. Turn your head and look back with your eyes, stimulating the gallbladder meridian. But this also helps to stimulate even a little bit more freedom in the spine, particularly the cervical spine, the upper spine. Good, then we're gonna change our twist. Now you're gonna shift back and pick up your toes. Shift back and pick up your toes. Your hands will naturally come around and tap the area of the hip. And if that's too easy for you, then try to turn your head all the way around to see your far heel. This will especially loosen up those points in the hips and really concentrate this twist into the lower back. Just a couple more. Good. Then coming to the center, let's do our three-way stretch. Inhale up. Exhale forward, drop into the earth. Inhale, then lean back, connect with the sky. And then pull in, hi, using this sound. Inhale. Exhale. Forward bend. Inhale, backward bend. And exhale, pull it in. Hi. One more time. Over, back, and in. Hi. Pulling down heavens 3 times. Inhale up. Exhale down with a sigh. Like that sigh could just wash through the body. Inhale. Sighing it down one more time. Good, then drop again into the Wuji posture. And just notice how your physical body feels. And maybe compare. Does it feel different than when you began your practice? Like I notice my hands are a little tingly. I feel a little less stressed out by the internet debacle. Notice your breath. Is your breath the same or different? And notice your mind. Has the mind changed just by doing these simple exercises? Maybe some aspects of it are the same. Then for a moment, see if you can notice body, breath, and mind simultaneously. And I'll give you the secret at the end of the book, which is to do that, you have to shift into what we could call a subtle awareness. So we have this gross orientated awareness, which can only really do one thing at a time. It's either this or that. And then you've got this subtle expansiveness, which can sort of hold or abide body, breath, and mind all at once. Just letting the mind rest in that sense of noticing for a moment. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale it with a sigh. Let those eyes open if they were closed. All right, groovy. So hopefully you are attuned to the subtle in a way that lets you notice these changes. And we're going to move on with our practice because it got foreshortened a little bit today. Otherwise, I'd try to chat with you about things, but we can chat at the end if you want to stay overtime. So we're going to review our basic 3 to move the Qi. Qigong Summer School is giving you all of these fundamental Qigong practices. Like you could just do these few months that I have planned, a couple weeks in July, a couple weeks in August, and maybe even in September. And you could build your own Qigong practice or understand whatever Qigong practice you've been given before that much more deeply. So the first series involves these 3 exercises, which I love, the basic 3 to move the Qi. So the first one is descend and disperse, and these work with varying the inhales and the exhales. So let's begin together. You're going to inhale, hands up, and then through the nose, a long exhale. And you can breathe at your own pace once you get it. My breaths are too long or too short, but the inhale is just a short, just normal kind of, doesn't matter at all. Inhale, and then we exhale, and we exhale, and we exhale some more. And you're not forcing the breath out, you're just making that exhale really nice and slow. So inhale, and then slow exhale. We'll do a few more of these. And as you do so, you could also imagine that any energies that are stuck in the upper part of the body that want to come down are drawn down, down, down. So as you exhale, Qi from the head shifts to the belly. Qi from the torso may even come down the legs to the feet, and even underground and into the earth. You could think of this just as emphasizing the exhale. So we don't really pay much attention to that inhale, it just sort of happens. And we have our long exhale, and the Qi comes down, down, down. Let's do one more. I'm not really counting, just driving by feel today. And exhale down. Then pause in the Wu Ji and notice, what effect does this exercise have on you? Do you feel any changes as you engage in the descend and disperse breath? Then moving on, the next one is raise and tonify. So it's the exact opposite of that last one, and we're going to emphasize the inhale. So your hands are going to come up as you inhale, and then you inhale like you're inflating yourself like a balloon. And then the exhale just exhales, no big deal. But then that inhale is a long inhale. And then the exhale just exhales. And on this one, you imagine like the earth is like filling you up from the feet like you were a big water balloon. Or I guess it'd be an earth balloon. But you get the idea. And you release. And you stay inflated as you exhale. So it's the inhale. It's like you're being inflated, filled with Qi, filled with Qi, filled with Qi. And then you stay full of Qi and you radiate. So inhale, and you imagine anything that's sunken or too low in the body is being raised up. So if your spirits are low, you can imagine this exercise is actually raising the spirits. If you feel like you've got water retention or your body feels heavy, this is a classic exercise to raise the Qi, which is responsible for giving that sense of lift to ourselves. So just have the sense that you're being lifted, and then as well, that the energy in the body is being tonified. So this is your capacity to transform, to move, to mobilize, like it's being filled up, filled up, filled up. Let's do one more time. And then exhale down. Drop into Wu Ji. And notice, do you feel different after this exercise or the same? What results do you feel from this raise and tonify breath. The last one is the harmonizing breath. So we're going to inhale up the center, and then we're going to exhale the same length down the outside. So same length, inhale and exhale. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And on this one, you can imagine anything that needs to rise in the body, your spirits, your lymph, your chi, comes up, and then anything that needs to descend, you're letting go of stress, descends. So it's a harmonizing breath, raising up whatever needs to be raised, descending whatever needs to be descended. Let's do 3 more of these. And 1 more. And down, coming all the way down to rest in Wu Chi. And notice. And even compare with when we began our practice. We've now got some cumulative effect of this Qigong. Just notice changes in the body, the breath, and the mind. And then see if you can host all 3 of those simultaneously, which is a quick trick to drop into that subtle awareness, which is not an either or awareness, but a yes and. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. As you sigh it out, you can let the eyes open if they were closed. And we'll transition. Go ahead and rock your feet out or walk around for a minute. I have to look at this text message since we had this technical difficulties. So 1 second. But we do need to make a transition between practices anyway. All right, so we'll take questions at the end. So if you have any on those exercises, note them. I'll do a little overtime at the end, but I do like to keep my classes to their proposed length. So we're just going to keep on and going, and you'll get a nice 35-minute Qigong practice in today. So today's lesson, we are going to get into the master's sequence. I was going to review the 6 healing sounds that we did last week as well, but we're a little scrunched on time. So feel free to review those via the video, and we'll also try to get those in next week. But the nice thing about the master's sequence is that it incorporates all of those 6 healing sounds into a dynamic moving practice. So we can talk a little bit about the origin and the theory of how this set works. But for today, let's just get right into it. There are maybe 2 or 3 postures that are a little physically challenging. And so right at the outset, I should say, modify and accommodate those postures in a way that feels good to you. I try to mention that when we get into them, but if anything feels bad, don't do it. That's not how Qigong works. So only do the things that feel good, skip any postures that you don't like, sit out and take a nap if you want right in the middle. Doesn't matter to me, you'll still get whatever benefit you get. So let's get started. Our feet are going to be shoulder width, and it is the master's sequence. So the first one is for the triple heater. We go palm up, and we're going to inhale. Just like that equalizing breath. Now we make the triple heater sound, which is he. So exhale down on the he. We inhale up. And the triple heater means your whole torso. So we're stretching out that whole torso. And then exhale with the sound, which is said to dispel stress and tension. Let's do one more. Awakening and opening the whole body. Excellent. And take your right foot. You're going to step out into the horse stance. I'm also going to move my left foot because I like to be centered in my video. But you just usually take your right foot. And then we get into the tiger exercises for the lungs. So the first one is tiger wrens with claws. You're going to take your tiger claws. You're going to pull back like you were ripping something apart. And this should stretch your chest open. Take your shoulder blades toward each other in back. And in this posture, you're going to take a big in breath and try to expand that chest as much as possible. Then see how big you can keep your chest while you exhale. And then one more chance to inhale. And then we go the other way. So now tiger seizes its prey. You're going to bring those claws forward and try to expand those shoulder blades across your back. As you inhale, inflate the upper back. Then exhale, see how inflated you can keep that upper back feeling. And then inhale again. And exhale, drop your arms down. Now you're going to be going to your left. I'm going to mirror you. So your hands come up on the right in a big circle. Your stance turns into a warrior stance to your left, and you're going to pull back the bow and get that same action of filling up your lungs. Then exhale with the lung sound, the S sounds. Now coming up on your left, make a big circle. Change your warrior stance, other side. Pull back the bow, fill up those lungs. Exhale, S sounds. Big inhale, circle up. Overhead like a rainbow, then pull it back. Exhale with the hiss. It's like a continual S in case the Zoom is censoring it out or editing it out. Inhale, and using that S sound. Good. Step in, shoulder width. Then we do mist descends on the mountain. You're going to inhale up and imagine your lungs are filling with energy. And as you exhale, that energy descends down into your lower belly, your center of power and rootedness. So you inhale, you imagine like a white light is being filled up in the lungs. And then as you exhale, it descends down, fills a reservoir of chi in your lower belly. One more time. And release. On to the kidney sequence. You're going to place your hands on your lower back. If your shoulders happen to be too tight for that, or your wrists, you can always put the back of your hands on your lower back, or even just imagine. But this is to help us do kidney breathing. So from here, as you inhale, you're going to round forward slightly and see if your breath can inflate your lower back. So let's try it. Take a big inhale. See if you can push those hands out a little bit with your breath. Then you exhale and you just relax. Inhale, try to push those hands out a little bit. And exhale, simply relax. One more time, inflating the lower back. And on this last one, you're going to exhale and fold forward into the forward bend. Now you could come just to your knees, which is a nice, easy way to do this stretch. And if you have any lumbar disc problems, this is where you should go because you can keep a little arch in your back, which will protect it. If all of that is fine for you, you might want to straighten the legs and come all the way down. From here, you're going to take your right hand over to your left ankle. You're going to inhale and take that left hand and sweep it up toward the sky into a twist. Then you're going to exhale, left hand over to the right ankle. Inhale, right arm up toward the sky.
into a twist. Exhale, switch, and inhale, twist, and try best you can to take that twist in your waist. Exhale when you switch, inhale when you twist. Exhale when you switch, inhale, raise toward the sky. One more set. And inhale. Exhale down. Reaching into the earth now. You're going to inhale, pull that earth chi up along your yin meridians. Put the hands over the kidneys and exhale like you're sending energy into your kidneys. Leave the breath out. Reach into the earth again. Inhale, pull the earth's energy up. Wrap the belt and then send it into your kidneys. One more time. Leave the breath out. Reach into the earth. Inhale. Gather the energy up. And exhale, send it into those kidneys. Good. Release those hands down. We're onto the liver meridian sequence. Step that right foot out again. You're in the big horse stance. It says dragon shows its claws. So get your dragon claws out. And now I'm going to turn. You're going to turn to your left and stretch your right hand. I'll mirror you for this. So I turn my stance. I pick up my back heel. This hand is going to push out and you make the liver sound, which is the shush sound. So here you go. You exhale and shh. And you inhale back, relax your claws a little bit. And then turning to your other side, pushing with the back hand. Lifting up that back heel. So I inhale. The idea is to get a stretch and a twist of the whole body. Exhale, liver sound. Inhale. Exhale, liver sound. Then inhale, stretch your arms wide. This is dragon soars in the sky. And then we're going to take a side bend. So turn again into that warrior stance. If you can, put your forearm over that arm and take this top arm up alongside your ear. If that's too much of a stretch for you, you can even put your hand there and just take a really mild side bend. Or if you're an advanced yogi, you can activate your Bondas and put your hand all the way down or some nonsense that you enjoy. So take a moment in the posture, just breathe, let the body elongate, elongate, elongate. Then we're going to inhale up and spread those wings again. Turn your stance other side and exhale over. Inhale it up, big wide arms. We do beating the drum. So you're going to inhale like a big hug, make a fist, and then punch down like beating a big kettle drum. Inhale, big hug, make a fist, punch down. Good, one more time. And punch down. Stay in your stance. Phoenix spreads its wings. You're going to inhale those pinky fingers up, and then exhale, come down to the heart. Namaskar. All the way down. Inhale, pinky fingers up. Exhale down to the heart. And then all the way down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Then comes down, hands onto your thighs. You're going to press your right hand, turn to your left, arch your heart upward, and use the ha sound, the healing sound for the heart. Ah. So inhale through the center, press your left hand, arch the heart upward, and ha sound. Ah. So it's a 3-part move. You press with the hand, you twist, you arch, and then use the healing sound to release the heart. Ah. And one more time. Press, twist, arch, and ha. Back to center. Roll the spine up. Bring your feet closer together, about fist distance apart. And now we are going to engage some yoga bandhas. So from here, pick up your toes, spread them out, put them back down. It should look like a hobbit's foot down on the ground. And you're going to grip your toes into the ground just a little bit. Then try to grip your leg muscles into your leg bone. Try to grip your thigh muscles into your thigh bone. Then you're going to roll your inner thigh back until your butt sticks out. Then roll your butt under until your abs engage. And you should feel your whole lower body has this like uplifting energy. It'll even uplift your pelvic floor a little bit. Then, if you can, keeping all of that, you're going to clasp your hands behind you. Or if that's not possible, you can put your hands on your lower back. And we're going to inhale. From all of that lift, you're going to lift your heart right up into the sky and drop your arms and your head slightly down. So on the inhale, you lift your heart. On the exhale, use the ha sound, ha, to release the heart. One more breath here, inhale. Good, inhale, stack it back up. Release those hands, forward fold, and point your hands toward the earth. One more round, you're going to inhale to your heart. Exhale with the ha sound, and imagine any tension from the heart flows out through your arms, down into the earth as a compost. Take a few breaths like that. Let's do one more of those sighing exhales. Then release, release, release. Bend the knees, interlace your hands. Inhale, come up. Feel like your body gets filled with chi from the earth. And we're going to exhale and twist to one side. Inhale to the center. Twist to the other side. Inhale to the center. Twist to the first side. Inhale, center. Twist to the second side. Inhale, center. One more set. Inhale, center. Exhale through the mouth, sigh those hands down. Step your feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width. So my feet are like the width of the outside of my shoulders rather than right underneath. Just about the width of the outside of the shoulders. Take a look and make sure your toes are pointing straight ahead, not one out or in or the other thing. Bend the knees just slightly. Tuck your tailbone just slightly like you were sitting down on a dinosaur's tail. Your own, not another dinosaur, but like you had your own dinosaur tail to sit on. Press the sky up with the crown of your head, and then let everything drop from that upward press. Make your hands as if they were embracing a ball at your lower belly. We take just a moment of standing meditation. In our standing meditation, imagine down in your lower belly is a tiny pearl of light. And this represents your essence, or like the center of your being. And feel and imagine that through these practices, we've generated beautiful lights in all of our organs. We'll go more in depth into the visualization of those next week. But you can imagine that the lungs are now filled with beautiful white color. And as this pearl in the lower belly spins and spirals in your center, it's as if it draws that white down into your center. It's like it exerts a gravitational pull. Then smile to your kidneys and imagine they've been filled up with this beautiful, rich, deep blue color. And feel as well that as this pearl in your center of gravity spins and spirals, it exerts a gravity that draws that blue color in. Smile to your liver and feel a beautiful green light has been generated in the liver. It's then drawn in to this pearl in the lower belly in your center. From the heart, a red light, beautiful radiant red, is drawn down into your center. And from your spleen and pancreas, a golden energy is drawn down and in. And feel and imagine that as this little ball of light spins and spirals, the 5 great elements are fused together and harmonized. Like all the aspects of your being are harmonized by your essence. This sense that sometimes we might have of a true soul or a central self, like internal family systems therapy would have it. This central self who is curious and compassionate, calm. Feel and imagine that all these parts of your beings are harmonized and drawn in by this central self. And then that this pearl in the dantian radiates out, it fills your body with this rainbow colored light, this opalescent white and rainbow sheened light. And it's shining into all of your cells, all of your tissues, and it's almost like it could return them to the blueprint. Like they had a perfect genetic code, they had a perfect sense of balance and harmony, and it's when they're hit with this light, they're sort of restored the ability to operate according to that template. Feel even that this light radiates out through your pores, and it begins to fill up an auric field around you, like an egg of light, about an arm or a leg's span around your entire body. Then completing our meditation, let's gather those hands in, placing the hands on the lower belly. This just helps to anchor the awareness down in your center, as well as gather up any surplus chi in the hands. And we relax down. And we'll finish our practice with sealing the chi with 3 breaths. So palms up. We finish every practice this way. You inhale, dip into the earth, connect with the sky. And as you exhale, just feel that energy rush down and harmonize your whole body, from head all the way into the earth. Again, palms up, then inhale earth and heaven. And once again, like a nectar waterfall of this healing power flows through you, replenishes you, builds up your reserves. And the last time we inhale and feel as if you're so full to overflow that it fills up that energy bubble or egg around you, which both seals and protects the benefits of this practice as well as radiates them out to those around you so that they can benefit as well. Let's bring our feet together. Right hand makes a fist, honoring the yang energy. The left hand, open palm. Palm covers the fist, and we share our hearts together. And then circle back, drawing all of that connection back and into your